So it is now day 3 of this game being out. My throat is starting to hurt a little bit. I'm determined to get through this game in the opening weekend. Like, it has been so long since I've done that for a game that can't be beaten in one sitting, realistically. And I'm starting to feel like at the end of a 24-hour charity stream, where I've been talking so much for so long that my throat just starts to feel like really dried out and a decent bit sore. Considering I kind of ended up streaming Persona 3 Reload for 8.5 hours. I think I thought during a previous stream it was 9.5, but I was wrong. Checking the VODs, it's 8.5. Then immediately after, streamed this game for 10.5 hours on release date. And then yesterday, I streamed it for 8.5 hours, I think it was. Let me double check here if that was the case. It was 8.5 last stream. And now here I am streaming it again. So, despite it not being a 24-hour stream, it is such long streams over and over and over again lately because I have the time. So I'm like, oh, I'll just like commit and get through a whole bunch of stuff on the GameCube and make like really amazing progress and stuff. That, yeah, I'm starting to feel it, I will say. I don't think that there's a whole lot left to this game. I don't believe. I'm getting a text message. Is it important? Nope, just likely scam is what it kind of looks like. So we need to go here to figure out what's going on with the Prime Energy drink and then go see like maybe the Great Deku Tree or something like that, and then go help Link, and then we'll go face the final boss. Also, last night and today I spent a decent bit of time cutting up the last stream and the Persona 3 Reload recent stream into parts. And like they're long streams, so quite a lot of content to cut up into parts, and the Twitch highlighter isn't working properly right now. I was checking back some of my Persona 3 Reload parts, and it doesn't quite do them correctly. So whenever I use the Twitch highlighter tool, I just specify like, have this highlight video start at this timestamp and end at this timestamp in the stream VOD. And I'll set it for like a specific timestamp, and then when I watch the highlight that it makes after, it's not set properly. I realized that when I was looking at some of the Persona 3 Reload parts, and usually I would have one part end and another start on, say, a load screen, like during a fade through black. And that's the way that it is with Persona 3 Reload as well. And I would click the beginning of parts, and then one of the characters is already like midway through a sentence, like 10 seconds after the last fade through black, the last load zone. And I'm like, what the heck? And I figured like maybe it's just something weird with that specific part. I checked others, and nope, their timing is off too. And then I figured like, oh, maybe it's just something that's weird and bugged out with that specific VOD, my Persona 3 Reload one. So I cut up the last stream of this into parts, the 8.5 hour one, and then I checked them. And they're all completely screwed up as well, the timing. So I downloaded the Persona 3 Reload VOD to my computer. I was like, all right, maybe this is just the only one that I need to just cut up into parts on my actual computer in my video editing software. And that 8.5 hour stream is 23 gigabytes of footage. So that's another reason why I don't really download my stream VODs all that much. I'd rather just use the Twitch highlighter tool, because it really, really adds up on my computer if I start getting a whole bunch of stream VODs on there. So, yeah, that's 23 gigabytes. That took a little while to download, but I got there. And I figured, oh, I can climb up this. Why not? And I figured I'd just fix that one. But after checking out the Echoes of Wisdom VOD, and after that was cut up into parts, and it was bugged out with the exact same issue, it's like, oh, the Twitch highlighter tool is just broken. So I went back to watch the parts of the first stream that I did of this game, like stream 1, part 1, and part 2, considering there was that one stream crash in the middle of it. And they all seem just fine, from what I can tell. If anyone, like, is watching the series in the future and notices, like, a part stops or ends at, like, a really, really weird time, or, like, mid-sentence or something like that, let me know. Like, I just kind of skimmed a whole bunch of them, and it seemed fine to me. But I didn't check the beginning and end of every single part there, but it seemed fine. Which means that, like, 2 days ago, the Twitch highlighter was working just fine, but as of yesterday and today, it's just completely broken. So now I'm starting to think that, okay, maybe I should wait a hot second before I do anything more, which I mean is fine. I'm not gonna worry too much about running out of parts for Echoes of Wisdom before the stream 2 content. Like, the stream 1 went up to 19 parts, so like there's 19 days worth of stuff before I have to worry about that. But it's pretty annoying. But yeah, I would stick around to watch, but don't want spoilers for the game, so just stop by to say hi real quick. Fair enough. Appreciate you stopping by, Delta Thingy. Yeah, I am getting pretty close to the end here. I'm trying to like approach. How do I get there? What? This is completely surrounded. Uh-oh, I don't know what I do then. Maybe I could run across the trees somehow. And at this point in the game, towards the end, this is what the menus are starting to look like. it's starting to get really, really atrocious. I mean, maybe I can just, like... No, it's the Lost Woods, so I need to get in, like, some specific direction. But where, though? Is that the entrance over there? Maybe? Alright, well... I'm gonna run across the top of the trees like it's Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. That's what I better do. Though in that game, I guess it's technically swimming across the trees. Oh my god, the frames! Oh, they're so good! Well... places to be and all that. Okay, this has got to be the entrance over here, right? Yeah, here. Eternal Forest. Okay, so not the Lost Woods, but the Eternal Forest. I guess I'll just go in the only way the game lets me. So yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, rework on, like, the previous VODs again. Of both this game and P3 Reload. So I'll do that whenever the Twitch highlighter seems like it's working again. Maybe I'll try again in a few days' time. But I think anything else that I do for the rest of this weekend, I just won't cut up into parts for a hot second. Because Twitch is gonna need to fix their thingamabob. But yeah, hello's a sandwich. How's the new Zelda game where you play as Zelda? Some of the puzzles and unique approaches to that are kind of cool. I appreciate them doing something different. Whenever you only have one button to summon objects, so you can only have one object set at a time. There's no multiple buttons. And anytime you want to switch to something else on that one button, this is the menu. So it is pretty frustrating to use. The frame rate is god-awful when I'm moving. I say as it seems to work fine right now. But a lot of the time, the frame rate of this game is abysmal. Like, not quite Pokemon Scarlet and Violet levels of bad, but, like, the frame rate gets really bad. Out of nowhere. Are you okay, right? So I'm honestly not super impressed with the game. I'm gonna be honest. Princess, why would you do such a thing? You didn't need to be so forceful. That was an echo? Couldn't tell the difference. I certainly learned a painful lesson. Now, where is the fraudulent princess gone? And it should be pretty easy to identify, like, the real one, because the real one is the one that has Tri here. Wait, I'm recalling now. Last I saw, she was examining that stone monument. I don't see a big sacred tree here. Maybe it's elsewhere. Alright, what's going on here? The path will open when the 6 pedestals are crowned. Crown each pedestal, demonstrate the power of echoes, and prove your wisdom. Yeah. Pretty much, is what I'd say. It's nothing super outstanding. It has some cool ideas that I appreciate. My favorite part of it is definitely the puzzle solving with, like, how many different solutions there are with all the different objects. It's just really frustrating to, like, menu for those objects. So, whoa. So yeah, some cool ideas, but, like, it's just handled, like, pretty clunkily. Is what it is. Oh, and I can learn this, apparently. So I'm probably not supposed to put this specific one in there. The Ancient Orb Echo. Can I not? There. I needed to jump, grab it, and then me going down moves it in. Okay, well. Alright. Grab my Ancient Orb here. Strange that these things are scattered throughout the Eternal Forest. So I just gotta go around, find them. Oh, there's the frame rate. There it is. Give me these rupees. Yoink. There's the frame rate kind of dying. The bosses are, hit or miss for some of them. The last boss I faced of Goma, I actually kind of liked. Not gonna lie. But I find all the bosses are, like, really challenging at first, as you're just, like, figuring out what's the right thing that I can use to, like, make progress on the boss. But then once you figure it out and have an idea of what the boss is gonna do, then the bosses are done in, like, maybe 2.5 minutes, something like that. Like, they're really, really short battles once you know what to do. So, do I have one of you guys yet, I wonder? Maybe. Let's see here. Hey, a blue rupee. I mean, you can fight too, but only with, like, the limited bar, that blue bar in the top left. You can become Link, but then, like, you only have so much energy in the bar. So, like, yeah. And then you have to, like, pick up energy fragments to, like, fill up that bar more. So, I try to save it for, like, encounters that I really, really need it, which means that in most combat encounters, I have to basically rely on just using echoes here and then watching AI fight other AI and just sitting around and hoping that my AI actually does the right thing. And so it just turns combat into, like, a really boring kind of waiting experience. Like, get him! Get him! Ooh, get him! One more slash! Oh, I guess one more! Ooh! 4 it takes. Good job! So, that's a combat in this game in a nutshell. Here we go. Man, I'm gonna find a whole bunch of these super easily, and I'm gonna really struggle to find the last one. Are they gonna be laid out, like, in the shape of that? Does that mean that there's another one, like, up and right here? Between that one and the first one that I placed? Is that what that means? Oh, he's on a thing. Yeah, that is what that means. Never noticed that he was on a thing. Okay. This game could have definitely been greatly improved by another way to engage in the combat. Like, I know that they wanted you to, like, find creative ways to play around with the AI, like, that you summon, but it's just not really fun waiting around and watching the battles happen for you, I find. So, another more consistent way to engage with that. A better system of menuing, like if the quick menu that was easier to access was more like the notebook here, or there was like a favorites thingamabob and you could go to like a favorites menu, that would definitely help things a lot. And the frame rate. I think those are like my biggest gripes, that if those were sorted out, like I would probably like this game a lot more. Would be the case. And hello, Reggie Bump. Good evening over there in the EU time zone. Found a very beat up skateboard, but pretty sure you can fix it up, but you're struggling with design ideas for the board itself. You should, and I think I've seen people do this before, but what? Why can't I summon my guy? My wand stopped working. I swear I'm pressing the right thing. I swear I'm pressing Y. Here, I'll see if I press X first, and then if that fixes it. Wait, why do I only have 3 notches? Is it because something is summoned somewhere? If I do this, I had objects somewhere? From what? I don't know where I just summoned those from, but yeah, that's this game working as intended, I guess. So yeah, this game's a little bit jank sometimes. Anyway, when I was at Comic-Con recently, I saw someone cosplaying as Jesus Christ, and now that I have like super long hair and this and beard, that, oh, it undoes my things there. I thought that would be really funny. Like, I don't know if I would ever do it, but that'd be really funny of something for me to do one day. And one of the ideas I had in my head was making a skateboard in the shape of a cross. So just do that and then cosplay as Jesus. That would be super funny. That's the design that you should take. Alright, that actually makes sense now. It keeps down my echoes, is what's going on, which means I can't summon any new guys. At least with that amount of points. I gotcha. That's fine, so I'll just do this one. But yeah, so the Bedless run is fully in place. I've appended the rules of the Bedless percent to I'm not allowed to summon and use beds that I summoned. Because there's a point in the game where the wand is taken away from you and the only way to cross a gap is to use a bed that's on the ground there. And I can't just make like a tower like I do because my wand was taken away. I couldn't summon new things. So, no using the tri-wand to summon beds and use them. I've appended my rules to say if one exists out in the world naturally, I can use it. I literally had to in that case. So, I mean, but yeah. Let's see here. I'll grab that monster stone. Don't know why I'm checking the map there. Should respond to a thingamabob here. If I can get my phone out of my pocket at all. Give me just uno momento. Saying I can help with tarping up the boat here later. Because if I had known that that was planned on going on here, then I probably would have saved starting stream for later. I probably would have done. Where the heck am I going? Yeah, still scanning for 100% though? Are you saying like trying to collect all the things? Because no, I'm not. Absolutely not. This game does not remotely engage me enough to warrant a 100% run. A game has to be like one of my favorite games ever for me to 100% it. That'd be like ludicrously easy to 100%. And yeah, I'm not 100%ing this game. New shot. Triangle. So this will open the way to the Great Deku Tree. A path! Right. My soldiers and I are off to secure the path ahead for you. I'll try to read that as ahead of you. No, you can't. Only those sanctioned by the goddesses can go through here. Oh, I see. I guess I'll just go get some sanctions then. Leave this us, and do whatever else you can in the meantime to help. Zelda is very reliable, and I'll be with her too. We'll handle this. Understood. Well then, we're all counting on you two. I will return to the castle and continue to handle any impending monster threats. Princess, try. Please be careful. Soldiers, move out. Let's go, Zelda. Okay. Let's see what's through here. Okay. You realize that opens the floodgates for an Explorers of Sky living decks by those rules, though? What rules? What? I don't understand. Alright, there's the Great Deku Tree. You have returned quickly, priestess. So, have you already obtained the prime energy drink and chugged down that disgusting stuff? Oh, the person earlier was an echo of yours. You managed to fool this old tree. I, the Deku Tree, have long watched over and protected this forest. One so ancient as myself is not easily deceived, and yet my bark overgrew my eyes, it seems. However, while she deceived me, she won't be able to deceive the prime energy. Enter, and bear witness to divine judgment. May you be strong of heart, priestess of wisdom. Enter. Like, is this gonna be like Ocarina of Time? Nope. Lame. Alright, so maybe this is the final dungeon. Ancient Ruins. Well, a game has to be, like, one of my favorites of all time, and it has to be one that I would actually, like, in terms of gameplay-wise, like, something that I would actually enjoy 100%ing. Explorers of Sky is my favorite game, but, like, in different ways, not necessarily for, like, the gameplay being amazing. I don't think I would have a whole lot of fun 100%ing Explorers of Sky. Just like I would not have a whole lot of fun 100%ing this game. Feels like Oracle of Ages in a way. I've never played Oracle of Ages or Seasons, so I'm not super familiar with them myself, but mayhap one day here. But I did leave the possibility open of like, hey, if I do want to make more progress on Explorers of Sky anytime, I can just return to like my save file that I played through on the channel. Just resume from part 82 where I left off and just keep on playing. If ever I randomly get the itch. Like the save file's just always there, I can do it if ever I want, but like, I haven't really felt much incentive to do so. No! Not the sacred Toblerone! So this is the prime energy left behind by the three goddesses. Long, long ago before time ever was, Null drifted into the void of nothingness. This was a pleasant place for Null. The void needed only Null. All was well and in its right order. Till the goddesses came and created the world, stealing away Null's peaceful void. Null relentlessly tore at the fabric of the world, but the goddess's servants always repaired it. Until now. Now Null can return things to how they were meant to be. Back to nothingness. Okay, so you're just kind of like the servant of Null, then? It is time. Time to return all to the void. Back to the state in which Null prospers. Can't you not fool the prime energy, though, the Deku Tree was just saying? I mean... Triforce of Power. Triforce of Wisdom. Yeah, this is the whole rule set of Legend of Zelda, where if the Triforce is touched by someone with an impure heart, then they don't get it. They instead just split it off and they get one fragment, since that's happened with Ganon several times. Curse the goddesses. How dare they insinuate that I, Perfect Echo, do not have the right. Though I did receive one. If I can gather the other two, everything is mine. One went to you, and the last one would it have gone to him. Unfortunately, I do not have time to deal with you right now. I will take yours last. Is Link actually going to lose his Triforce piece? What do you think she's going to do? Yeah, I'm going to put the world back to factory settings here. Oh wait, they're literal sequels to one another? Like one comes before the other? I thought that they were released like simultaneously as like paired games, kind of like a Pokemon game situation. Like, is that not the case? Like, I never really knew all that much about Oracle of Ages or Seasons, just knew of them, so I'm sensing something really unpleasant through here. Is this what it feels like to be afraid? Everything will be fine as long as I'm with you, Zelda. Alright, let's go. We need to go after the rest of the Prime Energy. Surprised as much as you were? Well, through we go.